This is a review on the 2019 Chevy Silverado LD/LT Z71 Redline. And obviously what the Redline is basically it's just got little fancy rims, 20-inch rims with the Silverado Redline. It's a half ton. It can tow 9,400. And obviously I've got the tonneau cover on it, which I had added after. Almost about $400. And this is, you know, the rear end. We'll get to the rear end, and it locks also, but it's an easy back. Comes with the I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's got the spray and bed liner automatic, but the bed locks and it's an easy lift. See, but it locks with the automatic lock, so if you lock it, it locks. Also the LD. LD stands for light duty, basically. Like I said, it's a version from last year's model. So it's got a 6-cylinder or a 6-speed transmission. And don't think this is politically correct, because there's no way this is going to be politically correct, because I am not. I just got the Simonized spray coating on it. You can see the bubbles on the hood are from the rain just recently that we just had. Now we're looking under the hood. Obviously you have the right side with the brake boost and all that mess, and then you have the other stuff over here with your battery and the filter and other stuff, and then you have right in through here. But the bad thing that I think about this one is there's a spark plug wire way in the back there against that firewall. It's a little difficult to change out, but this is the engine of that Redline. It's 5.2 liter V8, pulls about 355 horse roughly, right around there. It'll be off a little bit. We're gonna look at the inside. Here we have the inside. Obviously it's my Pepsi right there, no big deal. Cool thing about this is you pull that Pepsi out. Give me just a second. Put that in the door. You can pop this up, right? You look inside here. All the paperwork's in there. I have wheel locks on mine, but you pull this up, and there's a thing down here. If you look down here, you can lock it with your key. So you can put anything down there. My 9 or my XD will go in there, so I can't, you know. Also have a lock over there on that. Then we have the dash. It's all inclusive. We'll go through some of that stuff when we're driving. And there is the dash cluster. We'll go to the back seat. Oh, there's the there's the trailer assist. You squeeze that, it turns it on. You go plus or minus your trailer assist, which means when you apply the brakes will apply on the trailer at the same time. It's something you got to play with. And obviously we have the door cluster here, which one thing I think is cool, that has the kid lock on it right there, or the window lock, so they can't move the up and down of the back windows or get out if they decide to. I'll put my Pepsi back. Now let's go in the back seat. The back seat here, I actually went and bought the factory floor liners here, so they cover everything. It was a 60-40 split for the seat, but they connect right there in the middle, so nothing gets anywhere. And actually I've got to kind of force that down a little more, but like I said, 60-40 split. I used it to haul groceries the other day. It's actually pretty cool. Somebody can sit in that seat over there and whatnot. So I haven't found anything about speakers yet. So wherever my partner is, where'd she go? Yo, partner! So there's my partner coming back. Again, I love the rims. Have that Redline right there. 20-inch rims. Obviously, I had them detailed pretty good. It's 275 55 R20s right there, as you can see. But we're gonna look at those later, or we'll check out those later. You want to air them up. Front about 49 is the max engine says, or the max tire pressure says 51, but that's all that. So My partner's going to take over. We're going to sit here for a minute, though. Show you a few things about the truck. If you have Bluetooth, that's great. There's a whole lot of Bluetooth stuff. And we have right here where you can play with your cluster. There's a control thing right here. So if I go left, it gives you all the crap you can use. You know, the info, which is what we're just at. Play with your audio system, your phone, your navigation, and your other options. But I don't like doing all that stuff, see? It also has a network, which I'm not even worried about. I go back here. I just like being here. It does give you your speed. If you don't like your speedometer there, don't ask what that screen is, don't know. And that's your approximate gas mileage. This is your average, your best, and then your tire pressure. Well, it's a little hot, kind of heated up a little bit. I was at 49 and 45 and 49 and 45 front and rear, but that changed. Let me go over here to this other cluster over here. You have your radio, your OnStar, your navigation, all that other crap. You plug your phone in, and you know, do what you want to do. Press the radio button, obviously right there, and it'll take you straight to radio, which is what I'm usually on anyway. Hey, there you go.
Have you given any thought to what you
No, I haven't given any thought to anything. Anyway, want to go back home for any reason, go there, go back to radio, go there, go back if you need to go back, and you can check your different media buttons. Down here, we have a sync button. So obviously you see mine says 69. We can drop that down to 66. I can hit the auto, and it'll speed up the fan from my side, not hers. But if I hit sync, it'll sync it both to the same temperature. See? Temp. Only way to take that off, just twist it, and that'll come off. But anyway, to take this off, if I hit auto, I have to AC on and off. But we're going to leave it like this. My partner, we're going to take this little beauty for a drive. She's going to grab it. It'll be like a 5 to 10 minute drive. We're going to drive down the freeway and take a look at her. Really get a good feel for her. The 6-speed transmission. That's an Allison transmission. Pretty nice. She rides pretty smooth. We're going to come up and over this hill here. Clearance is basically the same as a normal Silverado, so I can do pretty much what I want to with it. But being she's got the nice pretty wheels and stuff, I don't want to take her too much off-road. We'll go a little dirt roading, but that's about it. And she will get up and go. You can't really tell. Let me see how my partner get the speedometer over here. Where are you? There you go. Right? Can you see that? Mm-hmm. This is 17, 15. So I'm going to gun it here in this back road. She hesitates. Give me a second. Ready? Here we go. She will get up and move. Good thing, another thing about this truck is it gives you whether or not you're using 4 cylinders or 8 cylinders. Right now, it says V8. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that?
I'm zooming in. Yep, we can see that.
Part. If I coast enough, it'll shift to 4 because it'll only use 4. Usually it'll do it when I'm coasting down a hill, or if I'm coasting at a normal speed, it only drops to 4. We'll see if we can get it to do it later. She bumps like a little truck. A lot of people are saying she rides rough. No, duh, it's a truck. Get over your life. Trucks are supposed to ride rough. It's a truck, not a car. I'm not driving a Lexus. I'm not driving a Lincoln. I'm driving a truck. So anyway, we'll see if we can get her to do that 4. I want to see if I can get it to do it before I get off all this mess. We'll go coasting up here a little bit. There you go. See it? It's got that V4. I'm only using 4 cylinders now, not the full 8. Now if I gun it, we'll do it when we get around this corner. I gun it. It gives a little hesitation. It's got to kick in those other 4 cylinders, and then she'll take off. There she goes. See? Just a slight hesitation, not a huge hesitation. She'll get up and move, though. I wasn't going to take it on the freeway, but you're not going to tell much difference on the freeway than what you're telling right now. We'll just do a loop around. The noise, what you're hearing, is all what you're going to hear, even on the freeway. Your cars pass you, but nothing like you do in the older ones. I had an 04 Silverado. So she does get up and move. That's a Trip B. Got a Trip A on it, too. We're back to 4-cylinder. And I'm just coasting down the hill. She also has a anti-slip rear diff. Also has a limited lock in the rear end. If I'm decided to do a brake stand and take this off, and I can do a brake stand and both wheels will spin because it'll lock. But in order to take that off, you got to come down here, this portion here, take that off. Traction control is now off. It gives you the information on the screen. I don't really like to drive with traction control off. I'll turn it back on. Then you have the rear light. I didn't show you guys that, but most trucks have it. It's an LED light off the back end. There's two little white lights on either side of your red light back there. And then you have your downhill assist is right here. Oh, one thing that I just found out, I've had the truck for a week. There is actually a CD player that I did not know about. Some of the other trucks do not have said CD player in the truck. So it's actually pretty cool to have it. And that's pretty much my Chevy Silverado LD 2019. She does get up and move. Again, if you guys are thinking about a Silverado LT uses a pretty good brand. I just went a little bit above, went to LD. She's a little heavier than the regular Silverados. She's got them by 1,000, 1,500 pounds. But like I said, your normal Silverado nowadays is not towing as much. She's weighted the same as the last one. If you get the LT or the LTZ1 or the C2, then more power to you. It gives you more crap. Like, you know, the heated seats, which I do have. And you have the trailer assist. One thing I didn't mention was I can actually change gears. Can you see the control panel now?
I can zoom in.
So if I shift a low, I can turn it into a standard. So then I get it here and I get that red line, and I can shift, and it'll let me shift. Now I'm at a fourth, so this car gets out of my way, and I can come down. I can shift down again, shift down again. Now she redlined out. What a good idea. But that's when you go into low. You can use this for your automatic shifts. You're going downhill, but I don't like driving in that. I drive in normal drive, so I don't have to worry about that. It's more like a downhill, or if you get stuck in some mud or whatever. Most vehicles don't have that. But obviously everything else is the same. I have OnStar navigation. Where in the hell that button go? Right here. OnStar navigation is just below there. SOS, don't ask me what that means. But there is my 2019 Chevy Silverado. You guys have a good day and enjoy.